Hey friends, welcome back to the mat. We're going to start in a comfortable seated position. You can do cross-legged like I am. You can kneel. You can sit on a block or a cushion. Just take a deep breath and just settle yourself on the mat. And you're going to gently rest your hands wherever they feel most natural. And when you're ready, just close your eyes or soften your gaze if closing your eyes is in any way uncomfortable. Take a slow breath in through the nose and an easy exhale. And let that breath signal that there's nowhere else you need to be. Just stay in touch with your inhale and exhale. In Yin Yoga, we often think of strength as something kind of quiet, not forceful, not too loud, but steady and present. So as you breathe, feel the weight of your body settling downward into the mat, into the floor, into the support that is beneath you. Almost like you're allowing yourself to be held. Start to bring awareness to just the natural rhythm of your breath. No need to change it. Just notice your inhale arriving and your exhale releasing. And with each exhale, invite a little softening in the shoulders, the jaw, the space behind your eyes. Sense an inner steadiness growing, a quiet strength that doesn't push, but simply just stays there. Gently open your eyes, and we're going to start off our practice in caterpillar pose. We're going to carry this intention to just slow down and honor our resilience that already lives within us. Walking your hands out in front of you as far as they can go. You're welcome to grab a block to place underneath the forehead. So you can just rest your forehead on the block. And we're just going to hold this pose, and I will come back around when it is time for our next pose. Start to slowly roll up out of caterpillar pose, bringing the hands back towards the center of the body. You can move your block to the side, or you can keep it if you would like it for this next pose. We're going to come into melting heart pose. So on all fours, we have the hips above the knees, and all we're going to do is keep those hips as best we can above the knees and walk the hands out in front of us. You're going to rest your forehead on the mat, find a little comfort in just allowing the body to let gravity do its thing. So let the chest fall towards the mat. Let the belly fall towards the mat. Resting your head on your mat and finding space for that sensation in your shoulders. And if you feel like you need a block to rest your elbows on, you're welcome to do that. If it just helps with a little bit of any discomfort you might be feeling in your shoulders, I always recommend just placing your elbows on a block, just for extra support where needed. Okay, friends, walk your hands back into all fours, coming up. That felt really nice for me, just opening up that chest. We're going to come into frog pose. What I like to do sometimes when I don't have my blanket on hand or I don't feel like reaching off of my mat to get something else, I just fold my mat, and that allows it just to give you a little bit of thickness, in which it might add some extra support if you are in a pose where you have to be on your knee. That's always something that you can try, is just folding your mat to add a little bit of thickness and cushion underneath the knee. So for frog pose, of course, we are having the knee and the ankle in line with each other. Feet are flexed as wide as you can get the knees. And think of not putting all your weight onto your forearms and shoulders. You want to find a nice middle ground where you're feeling that nice inner thigh and groin stretch, and slightly pushing the hips towards the back of the room. Now, it doesn't have to be a full shift backwards, but you just want to make sure that you're maintaining in the center. So think of your hips or your bum shifting towards the back of the room, so that you can keep that nice even hold and not be too far forward. This can be a very intense stretch, so really, like we did in the beginning, just get back in touch with your breath. Notice your inhale arriving, your exhale releasing, sending that exhale maybe to the inner thighs where it might feel a little uncomfortable right now. We want to send breath to the areas that we want to start to open up, and the discomfort will start to slowly leave as our body starts to feel comfortable opening up in the shape. Wonderful job, friends. Let's walk our hands back to the center and be very gentle with yourself here, right? Slowly coming out of your frog pose. Do not rush or jolt your legs sharply together. Give yourself intentional movement and move slowly between each and every pose. So here we're coming back to all fours. We're finding that right knee behind the right wrist. And we are coming into swan pose. Most of yoga knows it as pigeon pose. You're welcome to grab a block and place it underneath that right bum just for a little bit of support in that hip if you do need it. I know I do. And you can come to your elbows. You can stay on your hands. You can come down even more onto your forearms. Maybe rest your forehead on the mat if you're limber enough here. Find where you need to be to get the most out of this shape today. Honor your brilliance, honor your resilience, honor your strength to be able to just hold the shape. We're not fidgeting, we're not fixing things, we're not fixing our hair, we're not fixing our clothes. We're simply existing in the shape. Start to walk your hands back towards the center, just looking up for a moment and coming out of your stretch. You might need to shake out your leg, come into downward facing dog if that feels nice, just to give your calf a stretch or your feet a stretch if you feel like you might need it. And when you're ready, just set up the same thing on the other side. You're going to bring that left knee behind the left wrist, back knee is on the mat, back foot flat on the mat, and just find where you need to be in swan here on this side. It may feel different than the other side, and that's okay. You may need your block on this side, you may not. I found I didn't quite need it. And just stay in stillness, in strength, in power, and let it just be quiet but big, if that makes sense. Quiet but commanding. Our last goodbye inhale and exhale as we walk our hands back up and gently come out of your pose. Staying on our hands and knees here, we're going to come into dragon flying low. Let's set this up first though. So bringing that right foot in between the hands, right? Once you are there, go ahead and take that right arm, when you're comfortable, to the inside of that right leg. And you may want to bring the block to the inside of your legs and add another block. And what you're going to do here is just place your elbows and forearms onto those blocks so that you can come into a lower position. You're going to definitely feel multiple stretches here. So honor what you're feeling, breathe into what you're feeling, and do your best to hold this pose. I know this is a shape that's a bit harder to hold, but you've got it. You're resilient. You've got your breath. You've got your body. And that's all you need. Making sure that back hip is dropping towards the mat. Wonderful job, friends. Let's come on out of that right side. Take your time, of course. And then you're going to set yourself up on the other side. So maybe you just come to all fours, bring that left foot in between the hands, and just find a solid dragon pose. And maybe you even stay here if coming lower is just not for you, right? But if it is, you're going to take that left arm into the inside of the leg, so both of your arms are on the inside of the leg. Grab your blocks and kneel on them how you need to, whether it's on the elbow, maybe you are just up on your hands on both blocks. Find where you need to modify, and I want a part of this inner strength that's quiet that we own today to be even something as simple as owning your decisions on how to modify something to work for your body. So that not only your practice at home feels very aligned, but even when you're out or you go to a yoga class, that you feel really confident and strong in maybe needing to modify something to fit your body so that you can access the shape or the pose that an instructor might be asking of you, and not feel like you are, doing something wrong or looking differently than others, so therefore you should be embarrassed. I want you to find a confidence in your decisions to own what's best for your journey and for your body. Beautiful friends, let's come on out of our dragon flying low on this side. Move your blocks to the side. We're going to come onto our backs together today. Make sure you have enough space behind you. So you might want to shift, your feet as close to the front of your mat as you can. Pull the knees in first. Just take a beat here. Big inhale, big exhale. Pull your knees towards the chest. And then what we're going to do is lift our hips up and make sure that your hands are behind the low back to support you here. And once you feel solid enough, you're going to let those feet fall behind you. Now, maybe you need to bend the knees here. That's totally fine. Maybe the shape today is not as accessible with the legs straight out and the toes touching the floor. That's more than okay. Maybe you find a nice bend in your knee that makes this accessible to you as you still support your hips and your low back with your hands. Once again, find a confidence in modifying and finding something that works for you. Remembering to breathe as best you can. If you feel any sharp pain that you know is very off, I want you to gently release this pose and come out of it and find child's pose. If you're feeling very confident in the pose, awesome. And if you feel like you can access the pose, but maybe you need the blocks, maybe they need to come underneath your toes just to give a little distance from the ground, you're welcome to do that. Gently pull the knees in if they were straight, and gently roll vertebrae by vertebrae down safely back onto your mat. Do not jolt yourself out of snail pose. And from here, friends, we are going to take up space, honor our power, honor our confidence, honor our ability to take up space, because I think sometimes we forget in life that is something we absolutely have the ability to do and have the right to do, is to take up space and to walk in our power and our confidence. Maybe you want to ground in this intention of quiet power and inner power. Or maybe you want to have the palms up in Savasana today, because maybe you just need to receive this intention a bit more so that you can bring it into practice a lot more in your day-to-day off of the mat. Find where you need to be. Maybe you want to ground yourself in the intention, or maybe you want more time to receive what this intention is rooted in so that you can leave with it, kind of download all that you need to download so that you can walk off of your mat with that notion. I'm going to leave you here in the quiet and come back towards the end. Gently start to find some movement in the fingers and the toes. Maybe you want to stretch your arms above head. Maybe you need to let out a nice yawn. Go ahead and pull the knees in towards the belly. Maybe you want to rock side to side or just give yourself a loving hug. Gently roll yourself up, it may take a few times, into a nice seated position where we will come together to end our flow today. Scooping the hands up towards the sky, inhale. Long exhale out of the mouth, heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you leave feeling strong, confident, and honoring your resilience and power. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.